Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into the incredible world of Lincoln 1-cent pennies, but not just any ordinary pennies. We're talking about the top 30 most valuable and rare Lincoln pennies in U.S. history that are actually worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. So before you toss away that old penny or ignore a coin lying on the street, you might want to watch this video all the way through. One of these rare coins could be hiding in your collection, pocket change, or even passed down from your grandparents. Grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's explore the top 30 most valuable Lincoln pennies worth millions of dollars. If you love uncovering hidden gems in your pocket change, then you're in for a real treat. Today in this video we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a simple copper coin that could be hiding in your collection or piggy bank, and it's currently valued at an astonishing $93. 556. Yes, you heard that right, over $93,000 of this video, because what we're about to reveal might just turn you into the next lucky coin collector millionaire. Let's start with a bit of historical context. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it replaced the Indian head penny that came before. The Lincoln cent has remained in production for well over a century and has gone through numerous design changes and composition updates. Now fast forward to 1974, a time of economic instability, rising inflation, and a global energy crisis. The United States Mint was experimenting with different materials for pennies due to the rising cost of copper. During that year they even experimented with aluminum cents, but those never made it into circulation. Officially, the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark at time. These coins were struck in large quantities, so most people assume they're common and worthless. But here's the kicker: not all 1974 Lincoln pennies are created equal. What makes the 1974 and 0 mint mark penny valuable? Now you're probably wondering, why would a penny from 1974 without a mint mark be worth over $193,000? Here's the answer: it all comes down to rarity, conditions, striking errors, and collector demand. First, let's talk about rarity. While millions of these pennies were produced, only a handful are known to exist in exceptionally high grades. We're talking about MS67 red and above. That red designation means the coin still has its original brilliant red luster, untouched by oxidation or time. Most circulated pennies turn brown or red-brown over the years. A true red example is rare and highly sought after. Then there's strike quality. A sharp, well-struck coin with no blemishes, bag marks, or weak spots is a numismatic dream. Combine that with a bright red color and pristine condition, and you have a coin that stands far above the rest. Some of these 1974 no-mint mark pennies also feature die varieties or striking errors that increase their value. Look out for double diverse off-center strikes or coins struck on the wrong planchets. These types of mint errors can multiply the coin's value many times over. Now, sales and market value. Let's talk real numbers now. Over the past few years, some exceptional examples of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln penny have gone through auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, fetching staggering prices. One specimen, graded MS67 plus RDBY PCGS, sold for over $93,556, making headlines in the numismatic world. What made this specific coin so special? It was in almost perfect condition, absolutely brilliant red color, razor sharp details, and no visible flaws even under magnification. Simply put, it was the kind of coin that collectors fight over and investors drool over. And remember, the number of high-grade coins surviving from the 1970s is extremely small. Most of the 1974 pennies have been circulated, scratched, or damaged. That's why finding one in near perfect mint state condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, but that needle is worth a small fortune. How to identify a valuable 1974 penny? So how can you tell if the 1974 penny in your hand could be worth thousands? Start with these quick steps. 1. Check for the mint mark. If it's missing a mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. That's good. No, look closer. Point 2. Look at the color. Is the coin a bright coppery red, or is it brown? Red coins are significantly more valuable, especially in higher grades. Point 3. Inspect the surface. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for any scratches, dings, or where the fewer imperfections the better. 4. Consider grading it. If you believe your coin is in superb condition, consider submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGCS. Certified grade like MS66, MS67, or even MS67 plus could drastically increase the value of your coin. 5 Check for errors. Any sign of doubling off, center strikes, or abnormal features could indicate a mint error, and that's a huge bonus. So what have we learned today? The 1974 no mint mark Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but in the right condition it's worth a life-changing 93.556. This coin is a prime example of how valuable U.S. coins aren't just limited to ancient rarities or gold pieces. Even a penny from the 1970s can hold massive value. Here's the big takeaway: check your change, dig through your old jars, revisit your coin collection. You never know what you might find hiding in plain sight. Be patient, be observant, and most of all, stay curious. That penny at the bottom of your drawer could be the jackpot waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more about rare coins worth serious money, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got plenty more rare coin breakdowns coming your way, and let us know in the comments below, have you ever come across a 1974 no mint mark penny? What's the rarest coin you own? Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin collectors. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we have a very special episode that could literally change your financial future if you're lucky enough to have this coin sitting unnoticed in your pocket change or coin jar. We're talking about one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in U.S. coinage history, the 1983 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Believe it or not, this ordinary-looking penny could be worth up to $84.398 today. So sit tight, grab your coins, and let's dive into the full story, value, and history of this elusive and powerful piece of American numismatic treasure. Let's begin with a bit of context. The 1983 Lincoln cent was struck by the United States Mint at its Philadelphia facility, which traditionally did not use a mint mark for coins produced there. That's why most 1983 pennies you'll find will have no mint mark, and that's perfectly normal. But what makes this coin incredibly rare and valuable isn't just the absence of a mint mark, it's about what it's made of. You see, 1982 was a critical transition year for the U.S. Mint. Prior to mid-1982, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to the rising cost of copper, the mint decided to switch to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This transition wasn't immediate and included a mix of both copper and zinc pennies minted in 1982. By 1983, the switch was supposed to be complete. That means all 1983 pennies were intended to be made from zinc, not copper. But here's where the mystery and excitement begin. At some point during episode on valuable coins that could be hiding in your home. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your next big coin discovery. Hello, and welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. If you've ever checked your spare change and wondered if you might be holding on to something incredibly valuable, then you're in the right place. Today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable modern coins you can find right in your pocket, the 1995 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, which has reached a jaw-dropping current market value of $66,277. That's right, a single penny that could change your life. Stay tuned as we explore the history, design, errors, and exact factors that make this coin so valuable, and how you can identify one before spending it. Let's get started. The legacy of the Lincoln penny. Before we zero in on the 1995 penny, it's important to understand the legacy of the Lincoln 1-cent coin. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. For decades it has been a staple of American currency and a favorite among collectors worldwide. Originally designed by Victor David Breener, the obverse or front of the coin features the right-facing bust of President Lincoln, while the reverse initially featured two wheat ears, giving rise to the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959 the design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2009 a special series marked his centennial. But the 1995 penny, though modern in appearance, holds a special place in numismatic history. Why? Let's break it down. The 1995 no mint mark Lincoln penny. A quick overview. The 1995 Lincoln cent was produced at two different locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Denver bar a small D mint mark, while coins from Philadelphia traditionally have no mint mark at all. That's where the 1995 no mint mark variety comes. Is struck in Philadelphia and released in massive quantities. So what's so Special about this ordinary-looking coin that makes it worth tens of thousands of dollars. One-word errors, more specifically double-die errors and exceptional grade conditions. Let's dive deeper. The famous 1995 double d'Aversiro, one of the most sought-after error varieties of the 1995 penny, is the 1995 double die-off verse, often abbreviated as 1995 DD deal. This error occurs when the coin die itself is improperly manufactured. Production: a few leftover copper planets from 1982 accidentally got used in early 1983 production. As a result, a very small number of 1983 Lincolns made of solid copper were mistakenly struck and released into circulation. These extremely rare copper 1983 pennies are now among the holy grails of modern coin collecting. How rare are they? Only a handful have ever been confirmed, and everyone that surfaces sends shock waves through the coin collecting world. Their scarcity combined with the mistaken composition makes them incredibly valuable to collectors, investors, and dealers alike. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1983 copper cents? Here's how you check. First, grab a digital scale that can measure to 2 decimal places. A standard 1983 zinc penny weighs about 2.5 g, but the rare copper penny will weigh around 3.1 g. If your 1983 no mint mark penny weighs approximately 3.1 g, you might just be holding one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. Next, consider the visual condition of the coin. A coin in mint state, meaning it's uncirculated and shows no signs of wear, can be worth tens of thousands of dollars more than a circulated one. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can officially certify your coin's grade and authenticity, which is absolutely essential if you're thinking of selling or insuring your coin. And now the moment you've all been waiting for: the current market value of this rare 1983 no mint mark made from copper. Recently, one of these copper coins in near mint condition sold for a staggering $84,398 at auction. That's right, one tiny penny just sitting in someone's pocket or piggy bank for decades change hands for over $84,000. That's enough to buy a new car, pay off debt, or even make a down payment on a house. Even examples in less than perfect condition can still fetch between $10,000 to $30,000 depending on their grade, authenticity, and the demand at the time. And if you find one in pristine uncirculated condition, it could set new auction records in the years to come as collectors scrambled to get their hands on one. Now let's talk a bit more about the history and design of this iconic coin. The Lincoln cent has been in production since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Briner, the obverse of the coin features a bust of President Lincoln facing right with the inscription "In God We Trust" above Liberty on the left, and the year of minting on the right. The reverse of the 1983 penny, like all Lincoln Memorial cent from 1959 to 2008, shows the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gaspereau with inscriptions "United States of America Uribus Unum" and 1 cent. There's nothing visually unusual about the rare copper 1983 cent. That's what makes this